Welcome back to another episode of Choose Your Next Yes. I'm Dr. Mel Vandevort, and this is the second story of our courageous women of the Bible in the series called In Her Footsteps. And this is a story that I hope resonates with recognition and about utilizing your God-given gifts and talents. Our focus is going to be on the remarkable story of Deborah, who was a prophetess and a judge in Israel. Her story highlights the significance of acknowledging and harnessing the unique gifts that God has bestowed on you and me. Deborah's wisdom and her leadership serve as an example of how we should embrace and employ those innate talents that we're given to affect positive change. So let's get started with today's episode. Are you in a new season of your life? Are you stuck and searching for clarity so you can make a career change? Do you just need the courage to switch careers? Are you ready to follow God's plan for your career? Welcome to Choose Your Next Yes. Hi, Kindred. I'm Mel, a career transition coach, mom of grown-ups, coffee lover, and God girl. I've had a lot of big life changes, and I haven't always been clear about God's plan for me. This led to stress and anxiety and a lack of clarity and courage to make a career move. I finally started listening to God's voice to find clarity and peace and stopped being scared to make a move and achieve my career transition goals. Now, my mission is to help you learn to listen to God's voice and know when to say yes to the career you've always wanted and no to everything else. Let me show you how to clarify your purpose and find courage to pursue your personal and professional goals in your midlife and beyond. Throw down your self-doubt, dust off your dreams, Kindred. It's time to reset and refine and reclaim the woman you once aspired to be. Hey guys, I hope you're doing great today. I am really enjoying preparing for this series. It has really helped me to grow my own understanding of some things, and I just love reading all of the different stories about the ladies of the Bible who really put their best foot forward, and they did things even when they were scared, and they did things because they knew it was the right thing and it's what God was telling them. And today I want to talk to you about Deborah, who was a really remarkable figure in the Bible. She's known for her wisdom and her leadership, and she lived during this time in history where women really didn't get to be leaders very much, hardly ever. And at this time, the Israelites were facing oppression from the Canaanites, and they really were crying out for help because they kind of put themselves in this position and they didn't know what to do to get out. Deborah was not only a prophetess, but she was actually a judge as well. And that was really rare, and that made her a very influential figure in ancient Israel. And she would hold court under palm trees in the hill country of Ephraim. And the Israelites, they would come to her and they would seek guidance. One of the most significant events in the story of Deborah was a call to action that she received from God. And when she received this call to action, she didn't just hear it and move on and forget about it. She did what she was told. And she summoned Barak, who was a military leader, and delivered the message that God had given her. And Barak needed to gather an army and confront the Canaanite general Sisera. And Barak kind of balked at this a little bit. But he agreed to go into battle, but only if Deborah would accompany him. So how brave is that, mister? You are going to take a woman with you into battle. But Deborah agreed, and she told him that since I'm going with you, the honor of defeating Sisera would go to a woman and not to Barak himself, or Barak. And Deborah's prophecy came true, but not exactly in the way that you all are thinking. So we are all sitting here thinking that Deborah was going to get the glory for this, that she was going to get all the accolades, but that's not exactly what happened. A woman named Jael, I think is how you say her name, she was pretty brave, and she invited Sisera into her tent and she let him fall asleep, and she was very smart. And so she drove a tent peg through Sisera's temple while he was asleep. And of course he died, and the Canaanites were victorious. So I'm going to call a little bit of woman power here. And Deborah and Jael together, I mean, they were a powerhouse, a force to be reckoned with. And so Deborah's leadership and her wisdom, they were really instrumental in this very pivotal moment in Israel's history. And it's really important that we understand why Deborah's story is so important. She was a prophetess and a judge, and she had some unique gifts and talents that God had given her. He had entrusted her with these. And when we understand that specific thing about Deborah, then we can really embrace our own God-given gifts and talents and recognize their potential to make a profound impact. She did not know that doing what she was told was going to have the impact that it did. She just was faithful, and she did what she was told, and it was impactful. So how does this correlate with your life? Well, I want you to think about rediscovering your purpose. Deborah discovered her divine calling during a very challenging time. And as a midlife woman, we often find ourselves at a crossroad, and there's just some challenges that we have to try to overcome. And it's very important that we seek to rediscover our own purpose, that you rediscover your purpose. It is never too late to uncover and pursue a meaningful path in your life. Embrace the wisdom. Deborah, she embraced the wisdom that God gave her, and she was a leader because of the wisdom that she had, and she played a very crucial role in guiding her people. My love, you have so much accumulated knowledge, a wealth of life experiences and wisdom that you have inside of you. You can do something with that. You can use all of that in a way that makes a change. And your change doesn't have to be saving an entire nation of people. It can be a small change. And that's still just as important in God's eyes because you're doing what He has designed you to do. Reimagine the possibilities if you have courage and you take that next step. Deborah's spiritual connection and guidance from God opened up so many new possibilities for her. And this can translate into reimagining your own future with faith and a renewed sense of purpose. Your life, your journey is very far from being over. You still have so much time and so much to give. And reclaim your personal power. Deborah reclaimed her role as a leader. And you, my love, as a midlife woman, you can reclaim your personal power. You can embrace your true self and step into your God-given potential with that confidence. This was a very scary thing that Deborah had to step into. And she knew that the results could be devastating. And they were, but they were only devastating for the people that it needed to be devastating for. Don't ever think it's too late, ladies. Don't ever think that you cannot make a difference now. You have made a difference in the lives of your kids if you have children. You have made a difference in the lives of so many people thus far. You still have so much to give, so much knowledge, so much inspiration, so much leadership that you can use and make that big impact. And I want to encourage you to reach out to me if you are ready to step into the power of your potential and find your purpose. You have potential energy, ladies, and we want to make sure that it turns into energy in motion. So reach out to me and book a free clarity session with me. There's no obligation. We can just talk and see if you are ready to move forward and what we can do to get you there. My passion, my goal, my God-given talent is to help you make the next steps. Together, we'll create a blueprint that will move you forward and help you get where you want to be. So do not wait. The only thing you'll regret is if you do not take action on something. A lot of women that I talk to, that is their biggest regret of all of the things that they could have done that they just didn't do. They never regret taking chances. They regret not taking chances. So a friend said the other day that dreams are just that if you don't take action. They're just dreams. And I love that. So I want to give a shout out to my friend Jennifer, because that is so true. If you don't take action on your dreams, they're just dreams. Let's put those dreams into action and make those dreams a reality. I hope today's show was a blessing to you as you continue on your path toward everything that God has in store for your life and career. May the Lord bless and keep you. May his face shine upon you and be gracious to you. May the Lord lift you up and give you peace. Bye-bye.